Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, guys. Into another Friday's episode over here with a cup of coffee. We're going to discuss about Bitcoin price, which trade can we make over here, because yesterday we predicted something that the Bitcoin is not doing right now, which is good. Trust me, you're going to see. And also we're going to cover the trade of the link USDT or the Chainlink, because I told you on this channel we're going to do trading and we're going to go through the full analysis. Why we entered the position, what happened during the position, why we closed position, why we took profits earlier or late, why we cut our losses, everything we're going to do. We already did many trades, so make sure to check out our videos, hit that like and subscribe button. And also we do have a bunch of news, actually good ones, about the blockchain, about the Bitcoin. You're going to love it, I promise you. Just make sure to stick all the way until the end of this video. And now let's begin. So first thing first, I need to say that the Bitcoin is spiking like crazy. One of the way to see that is this MACD. Look how beautiful those indicators are standing right now, those moving averages. This is incredible. They're just surging to the upside like crazy, and we are still not seeing any sort of a correction whatsoever. And also look at the RSI that is still in overbought zone. So this happens when you have big parabolic moves to the upside, you know, bull market. In that case scenario, we are not watching RSI for too much. You already know that from the previous videos. If you are watching this video already for God knows what time on our channel, you know that indicators are we mentioning very low, because right now we are in overbought zone and it seems like that the price doesn't care about that. But it's good to be covered from times to times like we do this now. Focusing on the price, the thing that we need to mention over here is that we are again retesting today 18,493 to be exact dollars on the Bitcoin price over here, this line. As we can see with this doji candle and even one more doji candle over here, we retested this line, and already today we have the full body candle retested this zone over here. It's incredible how Bitcoin bulls don't want to actually give up from this move over here, so we need to carefully observe what will happen in the next days. I already told you that I'm reading Japanese candlestick patterns book, which is insanely good, and I would recommend every single one of you, if you're learning technical analysis, to actually read that book. As you can see over here, those two doji candles are still warning signal for me that we may see retracement or pullback to this, at least over here, level of support on this channel that we drawn yesterday, because those doji candles are showing us some sort of a weakness in this trend over here, which doesn't mean that we're going to fall all the way down. It just means that we need some sort of a pullback before surging above this line. But everything could happen. Bitcoin may actually right now break towards $18,500, and I'm going to tell you what kind of a trade could be made over here. If we switch on the 4-hourly chart, you can see that the Bitcoin already retested with this big doji candle, and good rejection had it over here. And after that we are right now into the round retest and declining. At least for now we are declining from this line. So we're going to see how the Bitcoin price will play out this until the end of this day. But if you're interested into the trade that could be made, and I think I'm going to set the conditional position over here on the Bybit, all you can do over here is put one of the long position, and it should be look like something like this. I would strongly recommend you to look like this, and one of the reasons for that is because we are not sure that the Bitcoin will hold this level of support to the upside when it starts coming back retested, because we went already too much parabolic. We do have plenty of reasons to retrace, to test some levels and then let the price go. So this is the reason why I would hold stop as smaller as it's possible, you know, so you can actually try to catch big momentum without even retesting. So what could potentially happen now with the Bitcoin is a little bit different, because we are very close to $20,000, and what could happen is that we could have momentum breakout without even retesting any of the support. We may just spike to the upside, and this could be good risk reward ratio for you. So if we retouch $20,000 without retouching any level of support, that would mean that your position would be opened immediately and you would have profits immediately because of the momentum breakout, right? So this is one of the way to actually trade this. And also you can trade with the leverage if you know what you're doing. Do not leverage it if you never did this before. Always, I recommend you always do it without leverage and always practice with a smaller amount of money as you can. With $10 is totally enough also, so you can feel how the trading looks like. So this is somehow how this trade could and should look like. But if you want to catch a good entry point, you need to be by your computer to see when the breaking out is happening, so you will not enter a position a little bit above over here, because you will see some sort of a retracement in the first candle because of the volatility that brings with that move. When it comes to this tunnel that we discussed in the previous video, we do expect breaking out of it sooner or later, and if we break out a little bit sooner, we will see $20,000. So right now everything is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If we break this tunnel to the upside over here, we already have $20,000, and after that only God knows what will happen. Very quickly switching to the link over here, it seems like that our link trade is doing pretty well. Even so, I was thinking to close it when we were below over here. Now what we did over here, if you are new and you don't know what we did with this trade, I already told you that we will enter position after breaking up this level of resistance over here, this area, because as you can see, we draw this already when we were here, and I knew it that it is going to be one of the good resistance. And you can see that we retested this multiple times over here. We had a lot of volatility over here, hitting and fighting with the bears. As you can see, those wicks are showing us that also, those big doji candles. Insane how big resistance this was for the link for the short period of time. And right now it seems like that we are finding level of support on it. Now why we entered the position over here, ladies and gentlemen, is because we managed to hold 20 exponential moving average on the 1 daily chart over here. So I decided, since we bounced over here, maybe we could have a little bit better risk reward ratio for entering the position earlier into this bigger tunnel that you can see over here, which is not very well drawn, but that's actually it. And we managed to break above. We entered the position over here on the first candle, if I remember good, and already next day we managed to spike to the upside. We had some volatility in the previous 3 days, and right now we are finding, and I hope we are going to find level of support on this area over here, because we need to close this candle above this level of resistance, or in this case scenario it's support, so we can be sure that we are going to go to the upside. Now, as a bonus one for the VeChain holders or the traders, I told you that we are going to do one of the trade if we break this black line over here, which for me represents one of the structure for the VeChain that needs to break for the new bull run. But unfortunately we are declining from here heavily. So as you can see over here, we have been declined 2 times already, and yeah, still consolidating in between over here. Nothing special to be said until we break this line. Make sure to remember that. If we come back to the link over here on this chart, you can see that we have perfectly good pattern and some sort of a lower high bottom formation, and right now we are into the bull market in this project over here. So make sure to observe link. We have perfectly good trade, and also right now it's still not late to enter the position if you want, because over here this resistance is broken, this high over here, and it seems right now we are going to break the next highs towards all-time high into the link USDT. We have a lot of news, but we're going to cover them as fast as is possible. So the first one, coordinated media FUD about Bitcoin from Financial Times to Fox Business. We expected this, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody wants decentralized platform to succeed, but Bitcoin doesn't care, ladies and gentlemen. Traders doesn't care, investors doesn't care what Fox Business, Financial Times and others says about Bitcoin. So as we can see over here, 2 articles released within hours of each other earlier today. A Financial Times editorial titled "The Elusive Promise of Bitcoin" and a Fox Business piece called "Bitcoin No Match for Gold in Coronavirus World." Insane, ladies and gentlemen. State that Bitcoin does not live up to its promise as a store of value. Do you believe what they're writing? As you said to them, they are pretty much pile of garbage people, and their articles, they are calling themselves analysts or whatever, but they actually have no clue about market psychology or anything, and they're just luring people into the market so they can lose money with their very bad predictions about the traditional markets. There appears to be coordinated media FUD aimed at Bitcoin today. 2 articles in major media as Bitcoin succeeds seeds expect this FUD to intensively well beyond reporting. I need to mention one thing over here, ladies and gentlemen. Every single mentioning for the Bitcoin is good mentioning for the Bitcoin because it gives us pretty much free advertisements. So I'm not getting this as a bad thing for the Bitcoin at all. The piece wasn't all bad, pointing out that a major factor in Bitcoin's recent rise was mainstream adoption, noting option on Chicago Merchant Exchange and PayPal offering crypto sales to all US residents. It goes on to say that Bitcoin's price may continue to rise due to the weakening of the dollar and suggests that it is because the Federal Reserve has done such a good job meeting the world's need for dollar that investors feel comfortable taking a punt on Bitcoin, concluding that, if so, cryptocurrency advocates have the central banks to thank for their recent successes. Now, I truly believe over here that they are not attacking Bitcoin, they are actually using Bitcoin's situation to lift their popularity of the dollar and the traditional markets, which is pretty much stupid. We all in cryptocurrency space know what they are and how they are actually acting. Fox Businesses also noted Bitcoin's price rise with apparent alarm and said about warning its readers away from investing in the cryptocurrency by rounding up Bitcoin haters, including gold bug Peter Schiff, Rubin Macro Associate CEO Nouriel Roubini, and Bridgewater Associates founder Ray Dalio. The piece quotes Schiff saying it's nonsense to think Bitcoin is better than gold. There's no real use for Bitcoin. All you can do with Bitcoin once you buy it is sell it. But you need somebody else to buy it from you. It's a massive pump and dump. I'm wondering, what are we using gold then for, right? And except, for going and flashing with it. You cannot feed your family with it. So yeah, the Bitcoin is the pretty much same thing. It's saving your money, ladies and gentlemen, and it gives you much more freedom with it than with the gold. However, there was some support for Bitcoin in the media from an unexpected quarter. China, a country well known for its tight stance restricting the digital asset. Chinese state media channel CCTV covered the recent price rally on national TV this week, saying that the Bitcoin's network, development, and investment ecosystem are more advanced compared to the 2017 bull market. CCTV, China's official TV channel, Bitcoin price surpasses 17.5k, up 70% in less than 50 days compared with 2017's bull market. Bitcoin's network development and investment ecosystem are now far better. The recent rise is driven by institutional funds. Imagine 2 years ago what they said about the Bitcoin and everything, and right now they're actually mentioning it as an asset. Already I remember how their president and everybody said that this is the bubble, this is going to pop up and we're going to zero, all altcoins are going 99% in the minus, everything is going to plunge and everything, and look what happened now. Cryptocurrency space is still here, Bitcoin is still here, altcoins are still here, and we are still surging to the upside. Now quickly over here we have some also interesting news. Outgoing SEC Chair Jay Clayton reveals what's driving the rise of BTC. Now we are seeing some sort of theories over here what is happening, and let's see what he has to say, ladies and gentlemen.
A couple of other topics. One is cryptocurrency, which has been on your watch. You haven't necessarily approved it for any real market-making opportunities, and I think there were a lot of people hoping that you would. I want to show you a tape. I talked to Jamie Dimon yesterday. Obviously, JP Morgan's gotten behind crypto. I think there were a lot of people who thought that he might also be a supporter of Bitcoin, and he said that he wasn't because of this. Let me play it for you.
My experience with the government is they can regulate whatever they want when they feel like it. And, Bitcoin is worth $200 billion, something like that. If it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it will be regulated.
So what do you think? Yeah. Will they?
Well,
you didn't.
Well, let's put it this way, Andrew. We did not regulate Bitcoin as a security. When people use crypto assets as securities to raise capital for a venture, the SEC regulates that. And what was happening in the ICO craze was people were using ICOs and essentially making public offerings of securities without registering them with the SEC. We determined that Bitcoin was not a security. It was much more a payment mechanism and store of value. But the government does regulate payments. And what we are seeing is that our current payment mechanisms, domestically and internationally, have inefficiencies. Those inefficiencies are the things that are driving the rise of Bitcoin and other stable, I won't say stable in the case of Bitcoin, but driving these types of digital assets. And we're going to see more of that. And we're going to see, I think we're going to see this mature, and we're going to see more regulation around the payment space.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see what he said about it, they cannot regulate at BTC so easily. But the good news is that he's stepping down very soon and the new one is coming. So this is a good news for the crypto space, and we're going to see one more ETF very soon. And it seems like over here Yano managed to post this. The SEC chairman Jay Clayton will be stepping down in December. This is a huge deal for crypto regulation. Clayton's successor will ultimately approve or deny a Bitcoin ETF. Let's hope the new chair understands innovation, and also we need to give shout out to our crypto mom, which is fighting for cryptocurrency space. We love that woman, right? Now, one more news, Bloomberg's McGlone thinks Bitcoin could hit 170,000 over the next 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. So what he said over here, that he's afraid it's probably going to do what gold did. It got to 2,000 and then that's been consolidating in a bull market since. The key thing about the Bitcoin this year is very simple. It just added a 1 to the front of the number. Remember, it was around 7,000 at the end of the last year. What I'm worried about, if you look at the past performance, which is potentially indicative of the future, next year or two could add a 0 to the back of the number, which is probably possible now because we do have bigger money. But let's see one step at a time if we could actually reach first 50,000, then 100, and then we will see for the rest, right? Going to the next one. One more good news and bullish, of course. Rapper Logic invests 6 million in Bitcoin as latest celebrity to catch crypto bug. We don't need to read this, but this is also positive and good news when it comes to the crypto adoption. Going to the next one, number of new Bitcoin addresses spikes amid growing FOMO. This is also very, very interesting. We also went through this chart in the previous videos that the new addresses are growing constantly. They're moving the Bitcoin from the exchanges towards the holder's wallet. You know, we went through that chart. You need to go in a few videos back so you can watch it, what we discussed in that video. There was some news with the charts and everything. Now going to the next one, first company sponsored Bitcoin retirement plans launched in US. This is very interesting for all who are paying this, especially in the US. The firm is called US-based asset manager, digital asset investment management. DAIM has launched the country's first employer-sponsored 401k retirement plan support Bitcoin. The difference is you can take an all 401k plan and convert it to an IRA when you leave a job or employer to invest in Bitcoin, but it's never been possible to invest in Bitcoin while working at a company without taking a penalty or quitting your job until now. Very, very interesting for all US citizens. You can actually check this out if you're interested in it. Going to the next one, we can see one bullish news, or let's say advertisement for the XRP, but that's okay, or for the whole crypto space. Ripple's Brett Garlinghouse wants Bitcoin to succeed after all. Ripple CEO Brett Garlinghouse may be a critic of the Bitcoin, but he still wants the original cryptocurrency to succeed in the long run. I don't view what Ripple is doing as somehow competitive with Bitcoin. I want Bitcoin to be successful. He implies that during the next bull market, a Bitcoin rally bodes well for other cryptocurrencies, which we all expect. You know, that's how it's working. When the Bitcoin goes up, then the altcoins are coming a little bit later, but they are coming, ladies and gentlemen. And last over here, the blockchain news. Arizona State University adopts blockchain-based app to track COVID-19. Again, some good of the news for the blockchain. There are many more, but it's good just to mention how the blockchain is going to help the world, at least one of those news, because we have those news every single day, and I'm not sure that they are very, very important for the cryptocurrency space right now, because we are seeing merging blockchain from the cryptocurrency space right now. Many people started to actually separate those two in the use cases. But nevertheless, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I need to say thank you for so many subscribers. They are going up very quickly, I can notice that. And thank you very much for so many views on this video over here, because it seems like people are interested when the altcoins is going to start. So make sure to check it out. We have some interesting facts over here to observe in this video. go and see this video. We are covering the cryptocurrency, which is all-in-one cryptocurrency that has data sharding, something that Ethereum still didn't pull out. Quantum blockchain, most fastest blockchain in the world of 2 seconds. We tested that also. National and government systems. God knows what Apollo currency have. Also, they are building MMO game over here, one of the biggest one that is going to pay you for playing it. I was playing it in the beta version and I earned $2,500 in that cryptocurrency. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and soon it's coming in alpha version. So make sure to check it out. We're not sponsored by them, but we are endorsing their blockchain because, of course, they are all-in-one cryptocurrency, and we are covering the technical analysis over here, news, as you can see. If you like this sort of content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. But again, I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos. And until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.